Hey, hey, Chalkin' History friends, it's Saturday. Shelly here. What's up? Say hello as you're hopping on. If you can sprinkle or share, that is so greatly appreciated. We are doing 2 projects today, so come on in, guys. Say hello. All right, let's see. Make sure our volume is all set. Sweet. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday, friends. Let's see, how do we want to do that? There we go. Say hi, guys. Hi, Kathy. I see you. Thanks for hopping on. What if I should put this here, maybe? Let's go here. There we go. All right, guys, we are going to do 2 projects today. I hope you're doing well. I am amazing. It's Saturday, it's the weekend. Hubby is still volunteering at the RBC, which is really a big deal here in Hilton Head Island. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. I hope you know that. Really hope you know that. Okay. 2 projects today. We're going to do a chalking project on some popsicles. You guys, these are in the last chance. Last chance. And they came out with a patriotic, well, not necessarily patriotic, but you could see it's the blue, stars, and then you have stripes. So that's what we'll do with those today. And then I have some pillow covers and one of our heat transfers. So we are going to try that. So let's do this first because I have my my heat press is all warmed up and ready to roll. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the spring frames. It looks purplish and green. However, I believe when we actually do it, it will be like blues and greens, which should be perfect in my main sitting area. So we're going to do that one. Now, I did pull out, club members and designers can get their hands on 9-inch square pillow covers that we used with our, I think it was last month's club, which was the peanut portraits. So it was each character in the squares, and it came with the 9-inch pillow cover. Now I still see, oh, stop it. I still see some of the design poking out, so I'm not really happy about that. I would like to get the full leaf thing, right? So we're not going to do it on that. I actually bought 12-inch pillow covers. All right, so they're not sublimation. They're just literally white. Okay, they are good old-fashioned white. Let's see. Let's see. Cushion cover just says. I don't even know what the fabric content is. I can look. Let's take a peek and see if there's some kind of a tag or something inside. Yes, there's a tag. So this one is, it says 100% cotton, but I feel like it'll be okay because it's all white. We'll keep the zipper at the bottom, but you see that will completely cover the design, which I'm happy about. And then I got a 12-inch pillow insert. So let's open this guy up and let him start to fluff because they vacuum seal it, which I love. I love vacuum sealing stuff. Oh, did you hear that? Sucking in the air. All right, let's get this guy out. All right, so this is garbage. Although you could keep the casing and then pack it away in that if you need to. So that's the insert. We're gonna let that kind of fluff up and breathe. Okay, so we'll just put that aside. Where am I gonna put it to where it's clean? Okay, that's that. All right, let's get our heat transfer out. Oh, so heat transfer should be at 360. So let me get that going. Oh, that one goes higher than 360. Nice. All right, so we'll set that to 360. It is 100% cotton. Now, if I was doubting, I don't have the spray out, or do I? I must have my spray put away, but I do have that sublimation spray that you can spray on fabrics and that kind of thing. That will help the transfer actually transfer. Where did I get the insert? I think it was Amazon. I can send those links out. I'll post it in the comments after the video. Okay, let's get, yeah, the 12-inch ones are nice. I had originally bought, when I had bought the 9-inch inserts for our club pillow, they gave me a 10, so I returned that one, ordered another one, another 9-inch, came back as a 10, so I'm like, okay, forget it. But the 10-inch fit really nice in the pillow. Okay, put this here. This is a nice firm cushion, which I kind of like, because the other one I have at home is really smushy. This one's nice and firm. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this ironed out nice and flat, hopefully. Maybe not. Let's turn it over. This is unwashed. I didn't wash it or anything like that. If you do pre-wash your items, don't use fabric softener or anything like that. Just wash it with a gentle detergent and I don't know, I guess dry it if you want to dry it. Usually my pillowcases, I'll kind of, if it's like a specialty pillowcase or like a, what do they call those? Not swags. I can't even think. The fancy pillows that you put on your pillow, on your bed. Anyway, I usually hang those. Okay. Let's get this cut. Where'd I put my scissors? And then you have this like rectangular frame that you can use on a tea towel. Trying to think what else you would use it on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could do, love. I don't know. This one, a saying, you could either do it sideways or up and down. Maybe sideways on a t-shirt would be nice if you could find a transfer that would fit inside of there. That would be fun too. So we're just going to cut these two apart because we don't want to waste that one. Okay. So then, let me find, there we go, find some transfer tape. This off. This is a brand new roll. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to eyeball the center. Feel like I'm good here, but because we cut it, I need to look at that. These pillowcases are never, ever perfectly square, which kind of drives me crazy. Kinda. All right, let's get us a couple little snippets here. Take this end piece off. I don't need that one. also see the design, so you can kind of see with the top of your pillow if it's crooked or not. All right, let's put that one there. Once we get it taped down, this is to kind of hold it in place for you. Okay, and you want it nice and flat. I'm just gonna go that way with that one. I saw someone else had like a tape dispenser. I'm like, oh, what a great idea. That way you just, click off whatever you need. I'm gonna have to go on Amazon and look. Okay, a couple more and then we'll get this going here. Kathy, what are you doing today? Anything fun? It's a beautiful day here. I think we're supposed to cool down into the 70s next week. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna take a quick, I'm gonna stand up. I do best when I stand up. Just to make sure it's, I feel like it's more left than it is right. Like I feel this is not as wide. Like I feel from here to the end of the pillow is shorter here. I may rearrange that. Plus I kind of like this. I feel like I need to turn it and make that the top. I feel like that's what I need to do. So let's do that. Should only take a few moments. We're gonna flip her. Yeah, I just kind of feel like I like that better. I don't think it really matters which way the leaves are going. All right, so we're unstuck here. Let me eyeball this better. I feel like this way is better for some reason. Call me kooky, but I feel like this is better. Okay. Okay, let's get our sheet here, Teflon sheet. And because that's kind of in sections, we're gonna do this in sections. Here, 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 here. So, because we don't wanna miss a spot. So let's just start. It's about a minute each section at 360 for a minute. And I'm kind of pressing down a little bit. Woof, woof. Maybe while we're waiting for this, we can find a link to the lovely pillowcases. Let's see here. Kathy, do you want the 12? You know what I'll do? I'll link the 9-inch ones, and 10-inch, and then I'll link, did you say insert? Yes, inserts. Okay, inserts. I'll link what I got, and then you can decide what size you need. Okay, now we're going to come here, down here. Okay. Okay. 10 by 10. Oh my goodness. Hush, hush, little dog. Little doggy. Okay, let's see. Ooh, and it's on sale. So let's go ahead and get that link. All right, let's go back into the video. Okay, so here's the 10-incher. Okay, then we're gonna go back and look for the 12-incher. And they come in like packs of 4, so I thought that was good for me. Okay, let's do up here. There's the little share button there. Copy. All right, here comes the 12-incher. Okay. All right, links should be coming if they haven't already posted yet. And then I'll probably take a sneak peek just to see how we did. Take a little sneak peek. Yeah. And I want to make sure I got everything. That makes me nervous that I don't cover it completely. And we're going to come down here. And then what I might do is do the middle, and then I'll do the edges. I just want to make sure I got it. That's the main thing for me. And I'm not sure what I want to do in the middle, and I'm not sure if I will do anything in the middle. Like, it'll have to be the right thing. I could put, if we had a really fancy monogram, I could do our last name monogram in there. I'm not sure what I want to do in the middle. I thought about something coastal-ish, but I'm not so sure about that one either. I'll have to look at all of our coastal type stuff because we like to put maybe a sand dollar, but that just doesn't make sense with the frame. So I don't know what I'll do. It may look beautiful without anything in the middle, and that's very possible. Okay, I'm going to do the middle. Ooh, yikes. I did not mean to touch that. Holy cow, is that hot. Ouch. I did not mean to. Wow, that Teflon got hot. I did not realize. Oh, you would think this is like my first rodeo, right? Okay. So I see like spots are not transferred all the way, and it is purple. I'm shocked because online it looked blue. Okay, we're gonna do the middle, make sure that's done. And it's kind of like spotty when you come to like the seams, the sewing seams, so I'm gonna make sure I get all the edges. So just a little bit longer, and then I will do the reveal. And I'll stuff it first so you guys can see it first. Okay, let's do 30 seconds in each of, like, all around. We'll do 30 seconds on every spot, just to give it that one last burst of heat. Seconds. I'm going to kind of lift it and put it down. Like I said, it was 100% cotton. I could have sprayed it ahead of time. I didn't realize it was 100% cotton. It is transferring beautifully. So I'm not upset about that. Or I do have my spray. It's right here. I thought I took it out of the box. You guys. Coffee. I got my coffee. Yum. Sometimes I just need that second cup of coffee. Sometimes I don't sleep great. I don't think any woman does. You know, I really don't think any woman does. Women with children probably don't. Women with just menopausal symptoms, women with so many worries and all that on their minds. We carry a lot. We carry a lot. And our brains just don't shut off. And I love my little fur boy, but boy, oh boy, he gets right in there, man. He snuggles in, and I can't even turn over when I need to turn over. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Well, I probably went over 30 seconds over there, didn't I? Okay, let's go here. Let's take another sneak peek and see if it transferred any better. Unless that's just the leaf. It could be. It's very pretty though, and it's purple, my favorite color. Purple and green, I love the combination of purple and green. Those are opposite colors on the color wheel. And when you add, not opposite colors. I don't think they're opposite colors. They can't be, because then when you add the color yellow, that makes the triangle on the color wheel. So I wonder what they call that when it's just a couple over. I can't remember the word. Okay, let's go over here again. I think we've covered all the bases here. Once this is done, we'll reveal it. Okay. Let's remove that. Let that cool down. Let's see. Ooh, so pretty. So pretty. See, it's kind of light blue in there. Like this, I feel like this needs to be done over here. I feel like it just fades off into nowhere land. I'm going to try to do it again. All right, let's just do it for 20, 30 seconds here. See if it makes a difference. If not, then that's meant to be. Again, it could be maybe because it is 100% cotton that it is not as vibrant as it could have been. Hit it over here again. Let's try looking at that again. I think that definitely, well, no, I think it was under there. It can't hurt, right? It just can't hurt. And let's do over here one more time. And then we're just gonna give into it. Yeah, see that's better. That's definitely better. Just must not have took very well, but I love it. It's very soft looking. It's not crazy bright. Okay, last 20 minutes. Let's hit it up top here. Yeah, that's so much better. I think this is just going to look so cute just the way it is. And then if I did decide to do something in the middle, we can. Okay. All right, gang, let's do this again. See what it looks like. Dun, dun, dun. So much better. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm glad I did it on the bigger pillow. I love it. Okay, let's bring that pillow insert over. He's fluffed up a little bit, and I'm just gonna trim this guy. I just hate tags. But you know, as soon as you pull them, you rip that seam, and it's like, ugh, why did I do that? Okay. And then I usually kind of just smash it in half. Get it in there. This is a 12-inch pillow insert that's going in a 12-inch pillow cover. And I'll work it in there, work its way in there. Okay. Almost there. And I kind of like to get in there and get that corner to the corner. And just pull it down, work those corners into the corner here. There we go. How cute. All right. Push it in there a little bit so we can get it closed. You could put, if we have a little saying in there, you could put a little saying in there. It doesn't have to be like an icon of some kind. Could be a saying, which I might have a little saying that we can put in there. Cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. So cute. All right, project 1 done. Let's move on to project number 2. Popsicles. Popsicles. Again, last chance. Get them while you can. They're so fun. This would be a fun project for the kids. You can poke holes in them if you want to make a little garland. I'm just going to decorate mine. All right, so this is this guy. Make sure you're flipping it the right way. This one has just a little bit of a difference here and here. So I'm going to say that little indentation is because of that. Because I was thinking, oh, what if we did like patriotic on one side and maybe we do summary on the other side. This won't particularly line up perfect, but you could. You could. So there's that. We'll do that one. And then that one. I think these are pretty much, you know, exact. Okay. Let's get those off. Let's get our transfer. Let's get this guy out here. All right. This one is called, oh, ouch. Popsicles. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Popsicles. All right, we'll just do one at a time. Some of these wood cutouts, I've noticed they have like a little ridge to them. So I think if I flip that one over, I'll be okay. You can kind of tell it does have a certain way to go. So make sure you're paying attention to that. I'm going to use candy apple and colonial blue. You could use cherry, you could use cadet. Again, you can go not traditional and do any color you want. Let's take this off. And we're just going to plop it on here. We could probably line all three up. Is that one, or are they different? I think they're reversed. Let's see. Let's see if this one, I think this is the one. So they were in the package a little out of order. Here we go. So fun. Red, white, and blue. All right, let's get this guy on. Pick this up so I can make sure it stays in place. Yeah, this one is going to be a little more specific as to how it lays. Okay, lots of silk screen, you guys, lots of silk screen. Now I have to see the bend on that one. It's kind of going to the left, I think. Okay. Move it over just a tad, just a tad. There we go. Cute, 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 cute. You know what? I forgot to bring a color out for the stick. So we'll have to find something for the stick. But, all right, all lined up. Let's get our paste all kneaded. Just like an icing packet. Knead it up. Bring over your tray. Corner. So I think I'll alternate, like this is how I see it. I see a flag, right? So I see blue here, red, red, red. That's how I see it. I see it as a flag, but you could do blue here, red here, alternate here, alternate there. Oh gosh, what do I want to do? I would love to alternate, but I also would love to see it as a flag. What would you guys do? Oh, decisions, decisions, and I only have one set of cutouts. However, did you know this has a coordinating digital file that you can purchase, which is kind of fun. So you can cut so many of these. So maybe one time we'll cut more. And then we can do what we want to do. What do you guys think? All right, let's start with this guy. Okay, grab some colonial blue. We'll do this top part. Do the colors first, and then we'll have to find, I'll probably have to find like a camel or something like that. Bark. Okay, get off that excess. And then I think I'm gonna, well, I don't know. Let's do the red and then we'll peel that one at least. Across there. Let's offload some of that. Make sure you're getting those edges. There's that edge there. I'm gonna only, undo it up to this popsicle stick here. Oh my gosh, look how fun that looks. Oh, I wonder, I should do the whole thing as red. Oh, because I think that would be so cute as a flag. Decisions, decisions. I'll probably just cut some more pieces and we'll make our own. How cute is that? All those little speckled lines, those are in the actual design. Hi Sandra, hi Kathy. Thanks for hopping on. We're doing patriotic popsicles. And then before we did a quick heat transfer project, a pillow. Okay, we're just gonna lay that back down. I need to find popsicle stick colors. All right, so this one I think we're gonna alternate, and that one we're gonna alternate. So we're gonna have to be super careful. I think I'll start with red since blue is up top. We'll start with red. And then we're just gonna alternate. I don't know, and I've said this before, I don't know if it would make it any easier, but do you think if we rounded our squeegees, that would make going into sections like that a little easier? What do you think? Because you know, it's like putting a square peg in a circle hole, right? You know, that toy you get as an infant just makes sense to me. Makes sense to me anyway. You know, because it's straight, and if you're, see, if you're trying to do it on a curved line, I may have hit that other design, I don't know. I may have. Or do we just need teeny tiny little squeegees? One or the other, right? Either curved. Hey, thank you. So far, so good. So let's see, what can we talk about? We just released The Devil Wears Prada, just a few little things for that. We have like 3 heat transfers and 2 transfers because they're releasing a second movie. I'm not sure if they can top the first one. I'm just not sure how they're going to do that. I don't know. That first one was pretty good. All right, let's see. How are we going to do this without... Well, we'll have to we may just have to realign this one again. I just want to get this off so that can dry. What else? We have, I believe the Harry Potter heat transfers are getting low in quantity. So, like the butterbeer, I know that only goes to the end of May. Butterbeer season, they call it. I never heard of it. Oh gosh, you really have to try. We have little sample kits if that would be something you'd be interested in, just to kind of try it. Oh my gosh, they're so fun. So fun. And just so many ways to use it. Okay, I think I got that pretty lined up. Maybe not. Maybe not. You can just, oh gosh, with the heat transfers, you can do shirts and all kinds of things. Pillows, towels. I'm just trying to line this back up so that we get it in the right spot. So then we want to just kind of rub down where we haven't chalked yet. We did the red, so we know that. Now we got to do the blue in between. And watch your fingers so that you don't drag it like I just did. All right, let's start with the blue. What's nice about these designs is that you can put them on anything. So if there's a design you like, it doesn't always have to be a wood sign, you know what I'm saying? It could be on anything you need it to be on. Okay, I got a lot of goopy red right there, so I'm really kind of trying to avoid it right now, because I don't want to bring it up into my blue. So what I need to do is go downward with it and hope that I didn't pull up any red. Just kind of get it out of the way kind of thing. Oh, see, I think I did drag it from the top. Oh, Shelly. Yeah, I keep doing it like, isn't that the definition of insanity? Like you keep doing things and expect a different outcome. All right, let's get this cleaned up. Just in case there's red lurking on there. All right, let's get some fresh blue here. We're gonna move on. We can always try to cover that once it's dry. They say anybody can do it, and that's true. I have done shows where I've had like 3-year-olds do little ornaments. They love it. They love lifting it and going, oh my gosh, they can't believe they did it. It's so fun to watch. A little bit more here. All right. Should we try to cover that red? Can we cover the red? Let's see. It's covered a little bit. It's melting in that spot. So we're gonna let that melt. Okay, how cute is this? Oh my gosh, let's put that up there. To protect my tablecloth, we're just gonna throw that under there. Let's get these out of the way. Okay, last one. So now I think on this one I'll start with the blue. We still need to do something with the popsicle sticks. I need to find like a brown or something. A little too much there. These we could probably go straight across. Look at that. More room in between the stripes on this one, which is nice. Just drag it across. Drag it across. Just don't hit that popsicle stick. That excess off, offload it in your jar. Okay, that blue is done there. Now we come in with the candy apple. Straight across. And I'm kind of holding it at a 45-degree angle or so. When I want to try to move it along more, I will hold it more upright, but I'm kind of like smashing it through the screen when I first do it. Then I kind of lift it, and that helps me get all the excess off. So there is a little bit of a trick to it. Don't want to work it too much, because the more you work with it with your squeegee, you're actually like dragging air across it, which makes it dry faster. Okay, I know that doesn't sound right, but it's true. It's so true. Look how cute they are. All right, we need to find a brown. I need to find a brown in my stash here. Think I'll locate it quickly or no? Probably not. Let's see, should we do a dark brown? Should we do camel? Aren't they adorable? So cute. Like I said, you can punch holes in them. You could put, one. You could do two so that you can string your string through it. Let's see. Let me go through my symbols here and see if I can find my browns. Of course I won't be able to, I'm sure of it, because we're live. Let's see, shimmer, shimmer, shimmers. All the shimmers. Let's see, we got Dune. Oh, here's a camel. Let's do camel. Should we do camel? Crazy enough, that one says camel, but it's black. I wonder what, they must have ran out of little camel singles. I got another one. That must have come in a kit or something. Let's see. Hopefully it's camel. Let's open one and see if it is. I think camel will work, right? I think espresso would be fun, a nice brown popsicle stick, but they're usually like a camel color, so. All right, so let's do this. Let's get our popsicles back on. One at a time, we'll line them up, which is a pretty easy task. Actually, I only have to line up the popsicle stick where I want it. That's all I care about right now. Because we did the top part. We don't even have to worry about that. My gosh, one slight move and they move on you. Okay, press that down. And let's get this guy on. Okay, perfect. All right, let's knead it like an icing packet. And I'll probably snip it off the top so that we know it's not black. They put a little piece of tape there with the name Camel. Let's see. I'll just do that. I have a little napkin next to me here. It's Camel, folks. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Camel. That is honestly the color of the wood, right? That's me, Baba. My dog hears this. It hears me dragging this across the screen. Come here, bud. sure I got all that off. Everything's water soluble, so I'll just wash everything in plain water. No chemicals necessary. I have been known to use chemicals here, not chemicals. I've used that power wash spray on some of my more stubborn transfers if I can't get it off, and it comes off beautifully, which is kind of crazy, and it doesn't ruin the stickiness or anything. They're still sticky. You're okay, bud. Okay. Goodness, you guys, I love it. I love them. They're so yummy. They look like they're so yummy. All right. We are done. Let's kind of clean up our little mess here. Seal that guy. This is garbage. Okay. Shh. So when I close my ink single or paste singles or ink singles, I usually I have a paper towel here. I will go across the edge and it kind of it will seal it, right? It connects the two sides because they're wet with paste, and then it dries. And that's why I keep cutting the dry spot. But I just kind of, what am I doing here? Fold it over, kind of just wipe it, and that keeps it nice and flat. And then that'll dry, and then it'll be ready to use again. It doesn't dry out or anything. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay, that's garbage. Unfortunately, some colors I don't have jars in, so that will be wasted, but that's okay. We got lots of stuff that we can use. Okay, that's garbage. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see what we did. We got our fun little patriotic popsicles and our spring frames pillow. How fun is that? Bring that more into the picture. Isn't that fun? I don't know what I'm going to do in the middle yet. I haven't decided. But I love it. Kind of light bluish cornflower-ish color here. We got some purple flowers and then all the pretty greenery. I love it. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Please reach out if you need anything. I am here to help. I love sharing this craft. It's so fun to do. It's so easy to do. And it just empowers you to decorate your home or gifts, and people are like, wow, where did you get that? And you can probably say, I made it. So that's what I like about crafting, and that's what I like about this craft itself, is that I can say, I did this myself and it was easy, and it coordinates with my house, or it coordinates with the way I decorate. So that is it.